everyone, City Spice over here. Just want to send a fair warning out to everyone that there is no silver in this video. So I will totally understand if you want to stop watching now, because today I'm going to talk a little bit about preparations. Now spring, I love spring. It's for planning and planting the garden. It's for pruning the berry bushes and fruit trees. But I love fall. Fall is a time of harvest. And this here is one of the cans, or one of the jars, of the grape juice that I made. I think I ended up with 39 quarts. And this will hold us over for the winter for grape juice. I've always loved canning, and I love freezing and drying and really storing up as much food as I can for winter. It began out of necessity. Being a single parent, I had to make my budget really go far. And so I found, living in the place where I live, everybody gives away fruit and vegetables in the summer and fall. So I decided at a very young age that I was going to learn the art of food preservation. And I'm so glad that I did, because it certainly helps things go a long way. I don't need to do it anymore, but I still enjoy it, and I think it's a wonderful skill for my children to have, just in case. So fall is also a time for me to go over some of my preparations, specifically things that need to be changed out every 6 months. So this includes my kits, whether they are my personal kits and the kits of my children, or our 72-hour kits. So twice a year, I get my children to bring their kits over, and we go through them all. We take out the food, we actually have a feast, we eat everything in it, and then we replace it with some new things. So I was actually going to show you today some of the things I recently picked up. So fall is also a wonderful time to get really good discounts on camping supplies or survival items. So I'm going to pause the video and then I'll come back and show you what I got. On this table are the purchases that I made during one of my shops at a store in the town close to me. They know me well at that store because that's where the post office is, and a few of the ladies will stop me and let me know that they'll give me a bigger discount than it's already on sale for. So everything here on this table was already 50% off, and one of the ladies there stopped me and said, I'll take another 50% off the price. So these were all 75% off, which I couldn't say no to, seeing as how this is the time of year we're going to go through our bags and use up anything that has an expiry date. So I'll just take a brief moment, hopefully it's brief, to go through what I've got. And everything on this table was $1 or $2, with the exception of the bigger items, the Coleman lantern and the emergency blanket. But everything else was really inexpensive. So typically drinking water tablets are $10 to $12 depending on where you get them. I got them for $2 each, so I certainly picked up the rest that they had there. Paracord, you certainly can never have enough of it, whether you're making lanyards or bracelets or just keeping a roll like this in your bag. Now typically I buy bigger rolls just because it is more economical, but I certainly couldn't beat the price of $2. And I think they were regular 12, I'm not sure, so it is $5.50. So paracord that is not so obvious, and paracord you'd like to be seen. It's nice to have two different colors depending on what your need is. So also windproof, waterproof store matches really come in handy. Now for those of you that have seen my other prep videos, you know I have a lot of matches, a lot of flashlights. I don't think you could ever have too many. Even if I didn't need them all, they make wonderful barter items. But these are definitely the ones that go in the kits because you never know what kind of weather you're going to be having. Now a few other bits and bobs. There was just 1 or 2 of these each, but I certainly grabbed them at 75% off. Even though you can get things a little bit cheaper at the dollar store than I bought it for here, actually some of it was cheaper, but you can't beat the quality. And I do use some supplies from the dollar store, and maybe I'll do a separate video on that. But this was only a little bit more expensive than those really thin emergency blankets that you can buy. And so this will stay in the car. And as you know, light sticks do have an expiry date, so I always have to pick up more each year. But actually was able to get these cheaper than I would have if I bought them from the dollar store. So I got 10 of those. And you can never have too many lighters, of course. And I really like these because they are clear at the bottom, so you can see how much fuel each of them has left. So a lot of this stuff will actually make it into my children's stockings. Their stockings are always a combination of fun, of food, and survival supplies. They didn't really care about it so much when they were younger, but I think they really appreciate it now. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch a non-silver video. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Take care, everyone.